Faith. Written by Reginald Shane Brown. Narrated by Kay Rashad. It's cold. The streetlight flickers as he stands in anticipation. His pocket vibrates, rattling a little loose change beside the keys to his green 62 Impala. He reaches inside his Levi denims and pulls out his phone to see it's no one calling but Tonto, a very close but worrisome homeboy that he's known since high school. Yo, I answer. Fuck you doing, nigga? Tonto replies. Shit. Posted up by the park. Waiting on this lick to fall through. They supposed to been came and got this shit. That nigga know it as hell out here. I don't be fucking off too tough on this side. 12, stay ready to pull a nigga over. Tonto laughs. Ha, shut your scary ass up. What you doing after you make that play? Just got a call from Cassandra and she was asking about you. Say she got Kiki over there. And they trying to burn one. You down? A set of headlights shine as a Buick makes its way over the hill. I can't call it for real though, cuz sound like a move. Let me hear you right back. Let me see what this nigga trying to do. Pressing the end button while walking towards the car, a voice greets him as he gets closer. My bad, T. I got held up by them traffic lights coming from the north side. They call me T, but my real name is Terrence. I'll be your tour guide on this roller coaster I call life. Damn, my nigga, I was about to dip on your ass. We talked about 30 minutes ago and you said you was 10 minutes away. That shit there bad business. Should've called and said something. Know how these laws is around this bit. He stutters. I already know, T. My bad, bro. Real shit. I enter on the passenger side. Don't worry about it. Here. You said a zip, right? I gotta make another jug, so let's make this quick. All of a sudden, blue and red lights cover the back windows of the car. Damn! My heart drops. And I think of a better time before this, but let me explain how I found myself in such a predicament. My story starts with a loud 6-period bell ending class, and my head submerged between a social studies book soaking up knowledge as I slept. She taps me on my shoulder. Boy, wake up before you find yourself sleeping your way to the office. She smiles. Her name is Cassandra. 5'4", natural curly hair, caramel skin, and a body like, damn. I stretch, rising to my feet from my desk. Let me get that. I pause as she smirks and gives me one of those looks. Worksheets? Why you looking like that? Mine always in the gutter. She's tickled as we walk out the door. Within the hall, a voice yells through my crowd of peers. Hey! Oh, ring without the stippy looking ass boy. Oh, I think I know Billy D cause I'm walking by a girl. Wanna be cool ass boy? Hey, at school cause my mama don't cook breakfast hungry ass boy. It's nobody else but Tonto, whose real name is Glenn, by the way. How did Tonto come to be? I have no idea. But he had a thing for Cassandra. He tried to play it off on the slick, but I could tell. Fuck you, Glenn, I replied while laughing. He said while approaching 12 brightly polished gold teeth. But I told you about calling me my government. Cassandra makes her exit from us. I'm gonna catch up with y'all. I just remember my fucking science notes in Kiki locker. Holla at y'all later. We both stare at her ass as she walks away. Girl, yo mama cook breakfast every morning for you though, don't she? I ain't missing a meal on ma. Tonto blurts as she hits the corner laughing at his crazy ass. Yo, you know she like me, right? He says, looking at me trying to be serious. Nigga, please. And this oceanfront property in Idaho. What the fuck B-roll at? I asked, changing the subject. Brody Glasgow. Nigga name crazy as hell. Don't make B-roll sound so bad, though, do it. Tonto stops to harass the freshman girls fumbling with the locker combination to put their stuff inside. As I continue walking, headed to meet up spot for most of the underachievers at the school, the bathroom. I approach the door and the smell of Newport cigarettes and loud greet me as I enter. A hand grips around my shoulder. It was B-roll ugly ass smiling. Not knowing he was about to get his ass whooped if he was somebody off-brand when I turned around. Fuck you doing, nigga? About to go play with yourself or some shit? I'm looking for your real stinking ass, I reply. He laughs and says, what Tonto? Let's blow this chicken coop. Money, call it. I fade back to reality. Yup. Still in cuffs. And I'm no stranger to the system. This isn't my first rodeo. But this time, it's different. I arrive at a police headquarters where they sit me in an interrogation room and two white men in suits enter. I'm Detective Smith and this is Detective Massey. Do you have any idea why you're here today? I look at him in confusion. No? I know this all can be over an ounce of weed. He smirks as he thought I was lying already. Do you know a Brody Glasgow? B-roll. I thought to myself. This had to be a setup. And they're about to harass and try to make turns stay on my homie like whoever just set me up did. See, shortly after we finished school, B-roll hooked up with some of his out-of-town family who plugged him in with some bricks for dirt cheap. He set up shop and took over. He even put me and Tonto on. We had that streets on fire. Somebody had to be running their mouth. I know of him. We went to school together. He looks at me. So you have no affiliation to Glasgow besides school. The detective pulls out a folder and sets it on the table. So you weren't at the gentleman's club, the full moon with Mr. Glasgow? I looked at him even more dumbfounded, wondering where he was going with all of this. I was at the club, but not with him. It's right around the way, so everybody goes. It's impossible to say just because he and I were there, we affiliated. I answered. Miss Lakeisha Rain, who works at the club, says differently. Kiki. What would make her say anything about us being together? And what did she even have to do with them questioning me about B-roll? Her account is that you, Mr. Glasgow, and Glenn Summers, a.k.a. Tonto, were in fact in the club together, as she says, balling out. And we have club surveillance footage and pictures to prove it. I'm baffled at what's going on. So I ask, what the fuck this all about? He looks at me, square in the eyes, and says, you're here in the connection with the murder of Brody Glasgow, who was shot to death after the club you all were together at. We've been granted a warrant to search your residence, which is probably being done now as we speak. Now, what do you say to that? My heart drops again as it did before. I'd like to speak to my lawyer. A tear rolls down my face as the other detective gets me up and starts to read me my rights.
Against you in a court of law, you have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements.